We are on lesson 3-4 tonight, multiplying by one-digit numbers. Hopefully you have memorized your multiplication facts. If you have not quite yet memorized them, you can refer back to the chart, but it is a must that you should remember these by the end of this chapter. A couple ways to practice these if you have not yet mastered them is, of course, to practice by maybe making some flashcards. Maybe you could play Multiplication War at home with someone. Or, of course, you can always log on to the internet, and I know there are many fun multiplication games you can use to help you memorize those. When you multiply, the first thing you need to remember is we need to have the number with the most digits on top. This will help us multiply more accurately. The number with the least digits goes down below. Another thing that you need to remember is you always need to line up those correct place values. I'm going to draw some lines here, so that will help me out. I've got my 7 in the ones place, my 5 in the ones place, my 4 is in the tens place, and nothing is in the tens place in the bottom number. My 3 is in the hundred spot, and nothing is below that in the hundred spot with my just single digit 5. With multiplying, you need to multiply the ones and the ones first. So what I need to do is 7 times 5 is 35. Just like adding and subtracting, the tens jumps up and your ones digit stays below. 7 times 5 is 35. That is how I'd write 35. I now need to move to my tens digit. There is nothing below my tens digit because what I need to do is I need to continue to multiply this bottom number by each digit up above. So I multiply 5 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20, but don't forget I need to add the 3 in. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 3 is 23. I now continue to move on, and I multiply 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 2, don't forget to have that. 2 added in up above. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 2 is 17. There is nothing left to multiply, so I can write down my entire 17. My answer turns out to be 1,735. Let's practice another. 63 times 8. Notice I have my larger number on the top. Not larger per se, but the one with the most digits in it. And I have my 8 down below. The first thing I need to do is 3 times 8. 3 times 8 is 24. My 2 jumps up. My 4 goes down below. 8 times 6. Ooh, what if I don't remember 8 times 6? Remember, you can always use this multiplication chart to help you out. But in the long run, you should be memorizing these. 8 times 6 is 48. Don't forget to add your 2 up here. 48 plus 2 is 50. I have nothing left to multiply, so I can write my entire 50 down below. So the answer is 63 times 8 is 504. Here's my next problem. It does not have the vertical lineup. It instead has the horizontal, so I need to make it vertical. This number, 459, has the most digits, so that's going to go on the top. My 4 is going to go down below. What do I need to remember? I need to first do my ones. 9 times 4. 9 times 4 is 32. Just kidding. I hope you were listening. 9 times 4 is not 32. 9 times 4 is 36. Now I need to do 4 times 5 is 20. What do I need to do with that 3? I need to add it in. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 3 is 23. 4 times 4 is my last one. 4 times 4 is 16. Don't forget to add in your 2 at the top. 16 plus 2 is 18. 459 times 4 is 1,836. 55 times 4, let's rewrite it out. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 is 22. 552 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 6 times 5 is 30, plus the 1 is 31. 6 times 5 is 30. 30 plus 3 is 33. 552 times 6, 3,312. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take out your notebook paper. We're going to practice a few of these together. All right, I have my problem 58 times 3. What I need to do in the middle column is I'm going to write it vertically. 58 goes on the top, 3 goes down below. Now I'm able to work it out. What I want you to do is pause, work it out, and then press play again to see if you had it correct. 8 times 4 is 24. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17. So my answer goes over here at the end, 174. Draw a line to start your next problem. You would start it down below right here. I need to jump to my next page. 926 times 7. 926 times 7. Pause it, work it out, and then press play to check your answer. 6 times 7 is 42. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. 7 times 9 is 63. 63 plus 1 is 64. So my answer is 6,482. And the last one that I like you to practice is 35 times 8. I write it out in the middle. Work yours out while it's paused, and then press play. 5 times 8 is 40. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 4 is 28. So my answer is 280. Hopefully you have remembered how to multiply. Tomorrow you're going to be practicing some more in class. Don't forget the very bottom of your page. If you have any questions, please write those down so I can help you out tomorrow. Have a great night.